sunrises right now may seem a little late, but looking at those sunset numbers warms your heart.
It's worth it. And like I said, this is the first year I feel like I noticed it. I think it's because yesterday we didn't have anywhere to be.
Yeah.
So you just take the hour.
Get up when you feel like
yeah.
getting up. Yeah.
I had a coworker once who said it messed her up for weeks.
Wow.
Yeah, and I was like, that's you're very scheduled
yeah.
if that's the case. Good luck being that scheduled in life with a toddler, I guess. Today, nice day. I was mentioning that the theme here this week is going to be, overall, it's quite springy. But being Maine, there'll be some interference in here Tuesday night and maybe again over the weekend. 40 right now in Wisconsin and Portland, 35 in Bangor, 35 in Augusta as well. Winds are flat. We had that problem a couple of days ago as far as strong winds goes, but they have really flattened out. It makes for a nicer day. Nice and sunny along the coastline. As I mentioned earlier, it actually matters now, right? There's a period of time, quite a long period of time in the winter, where the sun is really just a mental thing. It doesn't do much to impact our temperature profile, but now it does. And so along the coastline, we're seeing sun. Inland, we're seeing more clouds, and that is the difference in the temperatures right now. I think most of us get to 40. Some of us could get as high as 45 degrees later this afternoon, especially again along the coast where we're seeing some sun. Tonight is not overly cold. We'll drop down to probably only the upper 30s to around 40 along the coastline, mid 30s inland, and then cold enough for some snow showers and squalls in the mountains. Tomorrow we set up for a mixture of sun and clouds. Temperatures spike up into the upper 40s in a lot of spots briefly, but this next system moves in tomorrow night, and because it's overnight, there will be enough room for some snow. Now, temperatures are pretty borderline here, looking at 35, 36, 37 degrees. And so this doesn't look like it'll be a big, heavy event, but there will be several inches possible Tuesday night. You can see over southern Maine, it's likely to remain rain shower activity. And this whole thing moves out of here in time for Wednesday morning. So whatever we get for snow, the vast majority of the state is melting it in the mid and upper 40s by Wednesday afternoon. And we set up for a really nice day on Thursday, likely into the 50s. So as far as accumulation goes, 1 to 2 inches is possible in Lewiston, Augusta, Bangor. We do have a little bullseye back towards Freiburg and into kind of the northern part of the Lakes region of New Hampshire. And then under an inch, if anything, along the immediate coastline where it is possible that we'll just see rain from start to finish. It does not look like a big deal. The temperature profile is just a little bit too warm. The trend overall, though, is mild, and you can see that we've got a shot on Friday to push into the mid-60s. Now, there are details to be worked out here, as there often are when you talk about any kind of warm snap in March and kind of a winter month still, but it looks quite mild, and then we snap back down over the weekend. And just briefly to talk about that, the models disagree on what happens on Saturday. This model, the European model, has some snow for a good part of the state on Saturday into Saturday night. The GFS is a complete torch, and it would be all rain, so we'll have to keep an eye on that. It seems as though it'll take a lot of things to align in order for us to have significant snow this weekend, because we're going to be quite mild ahead of it. At least, Pat, though, it's not a rain first storm, because you know how I feel about that.
Yeah.
Never works out. And we'll watch the weekend, because that really, there's definitely a storm there. It's just what type of storm. St. Patrick's Day, though, it's kind of a bellwether sometimes around here. Looking good.
Yeah, and spring arrives officially on the weekend, so
yes,
we're all looking forward to that.
If it's in snow, it would be very Maine. You know?
That's true. Thank you, Keith.